Igbo youths send strong message to Muhammadu Buhari. This must be done before 2022 or you will have yourself to blame. Hello, my wonderful people, it's happening. Igbo youths are not taking this with levity at all. A lot has been going on in the country, and it's a very sad occurrence that some people who should be speaking, who should be, advocating for people of their region and actually putting out their voice to ensure that they are not shortchanged or marginalized, are the very ones selling out their very own people. The youths of Igbo land, that is the southern east of Nigeria, has sent a strong message to Buhari. Whether you like it or not, this must be done immediately. Otherwise, you have yourself to blame. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. We sincerely appreciate you. God bless you. Igbo youth sent strong message to Buhari. See what they said must be done and he must adhere to before 2022. The youth wing of the Apex Igbo Social-Cultural Organization Ohanieses Indigo has called to the President Muhammadu Buhari's led federal government to consider and implement the restructuring, reconciliation and rehabilitation program for General Yakubu Gowon before 2022 or risk Nigeria continuity as one political entity. National President of the Ohanieses Youth Council, OYC, Egbuka, who stated this in a press statement, warned that if the federal government failed to address the issue as quickly as possible, Igbo youth will have no option but to fully join the growing agitation for self-determination. We will have our Biafra Republic. The prolonged wave of ethnic agitation, particularly with the Igbos, are constantly coming up as a result of marginalization going on in the country, was due to the failure of improper implementation post-war reconciliation program of the federal government OIC has declared. Ebuka noted that the mismanagement of Gowon's 3RS policies, which the military government put in place to ease the scourge of war, was the major reason for the resurgence of the Biafra agitation. The statement reads in part, I think we have to begin to tell ourselves the truth and also of necessity learn to separate precautions from reality, presumptions and things that have been assumed for quite a long time now. We cannot do this or move forward without a rigorous pursuit of the truth. We consider Biafra a historic factor when the word Biafra is mentioned or even before discussed. It should be done not under the table, but on top of it. To those who are using Fulani to cause problem in Nigeria, Biafra is a threat to them. Yet their hook of implementation and implementing these tendencies just to control the economy implies in Nigeria should earnestly advise Nigerian government to speedily implement 3RS policies or be ready to see the manifestation of the fears of their Biafra Republic before their very eyes, in large proportion because similar agitations like Biafra are beginning to show up all around the country, and this agitation is gradually growing up to the extent that the interim of Nigerian governments are beginning to feel the impact of this agitation. The history of Nigerian Biafra war has become part of the history of Nigeria. Hence, there is need for a national convention on the country most wage calamity since self-ruled. The continuous avoidance of such a national discussion of Biafra cannot be a smart move. In doing so, would lead to the sweeping under the carpet. A significant portion of our nation's history cannot be swept under the carpet. If a society solidly pretends that part of its existence does not exist, then that history is eradicated and did not just happen. This is not right. Such society will only be investing in the repeat of such a mystery in time to come from its younger generation. We struggle hardly to hold Nigeria together today after the survival of the war. We do not want another civil war. It was the failure of Nigeria to vigorously and successfully implement the 3RS policies that have particularly been responsible for the establishment of the movement of the actualization of the sovereignty of the state of Biafra and the indigenes of the people of Biafra, IPOB. It is well known that there have been so many protests, rock, and recently even terrorism in Nigeria since the end of the civil war. I think our leaders ought to have the implementation on ground now to look at this matter and not to ignore the Southeast. This is because if you fail also to put the promises of the rebuilding of the region after the diversion of the B-boys, you would be left with nothing to invest in the rebuilding of this nation, especially reconstruction and ensuring that the life of people, the fragments are put together. There are disagreements and the states in which the intensified feelings of aggression as IPOB members and other pro-Biafra group feel today. I believe that the issue generated by the national questions could cause Biafra war if this is not managed. OYC says that since hostility ended in January 15, 1970, Nigeria has been engulfed in another kind of battle to keep the country together and tackle the recent heights in insecurity and all that is being created in our economy today. He added that the renewed ethnic agitation across the land and the recent youth unrest in the front of the NSAS protests nationwide and the show of the country has been made to progress in the fight and to ensure that Nigeria do not go into another kind of war. Recall that originally Nigerians' goal of the civil war was to prevent the country and preserve the country and keep it as one, as President Muhammadu Buhari boasted recently. Yet his Fulani-dominated agenda opposes all that is being claimed, and we can see that the unity of the country is gradually being fragmented. We must ensure that we do not demoralize the people and call for another one. Muhammadu Buhari, since 2015, promises made has rather sectionized the country rather than bringing us together as one people. We cannot continue to fold our arms, keep quiet, and allow this to continue to happen. Nigerians must fight and ensure that this cold-bloodedness in the hands of the government it becomes a thing of the past. We cannot allow ourselves to be isolated with these people current spray and what they continue to do. The southeastern part of this country is part of Nigeria. And so if you want it as such to remain with one Nigeria, this must be done immediately before 2022. This is more than enough period, more than a year and 6 months for this to be done. So my people, leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.